Hi there, everybody. I'm Robyn Keast, and I've been interested in researching networks and collaborations forever. So I'm really interested in how people and organisations work together or don't. And collaboration has become the holy grail. We're constantly searching for collaboration. So collaboration is this wonderful thing. Right. But it's not the only tool in your toolbox. There's lots of other ways that you can actually work together. And they range from, I call them the 5 C's, the compendium of C's, from competition at one end right through to consolidation at the other. And sitting in the middle is this little cluster of them: cooperation, coordination and collaboration. And because they're kind of clustered together, we tend to use these words as if they mean the same things. And guess what? They don't. They mean very specific things. And there's a problem if you start using cooperation when you really mean collaboration, or you're using collaboration when you really mean cooperation, because people have expectations about what these things might mean. So one of the things that I did was I tried to work out, well, how can we make this work? And I tried to work it out in my own mind. So I created this diagram. And the boxes are to symbolise the relationships, you know, how you kind of work together. What's the structure of our relationships here? So you can see here in competition, a bit distant because we're not very friendly, and we're sharing things via our contracts, right through to consolidation where you're sitting in a unified body. The next thing I did was to add some little widgets that start to signify what's the nature of the relationships, what are the processes, how do we do these sorts of things. So at the end down there in competition, you can see it's about contracts, money, exchanges, transactions. Here it's about somebody sitting on top and telling you exactly what you're going to do because they're the boss. Cooperation is really just information sharing. So you see people sitting around a table. Here this is about coordination, where you're working to a plan, joint programming, working to a plan, aligning your resources. And in cooperation and coordination, what you're doing is you're doing the same sorts of things but doing them more efficiently. But in collaboration, you can see there's a lot more going on here. Collaboration is something quite different, right? Collaboration is about what you do to create new things. It's about systems change. It's about breakaway ideas. But what was happening here is that, so I showcased this. I took it out to lots of little workshops, and there were Govy people and community people, and there were research people and also industry people in these groups. And most of them got it, you know, like you're nodding your heads here like you understand it. But there were some in the audience who kind of scratched their heads and going, yeah, but am I the blue box? Shouldn't we be the blue box, right? I want to be the blue box, right? I want to be the blue box. And so what it made me start to realise that these people really just don't get it. That in fact, being a blue box thinker is quite contrary to what collaboration is really all about. Because as soon as you start thinking about being the blue box, being the top box, right, top dog, you're not a collaborator. This is about position, and this is about power. Collaboration is not about power, it's about shared power. More importantly, collaboration is about a process. It's about a process of working together. So to me, thinking about am I the blue box really starts to show the idea that there's a really strong disconnect in these people about how they think about it, and they haven't quite got what collaboration could mean. The other thing is we know it's between 50 to 70% of collaborations fail, right? And there's a large body of research that suggests that part of the reason, in fact a large part of that reason, is that we don't do process, that we are focused on am I the blue box, right? So for me, what I started to talk about here is that if you don't invest time and effort in building relationships, and I mean really authentic and genuine relationships, you're going to always have this problem that you still will be a blue box thinker. So I think it really is important here to understand that blue box thinking might work for the other 5s. In fact, it's probably a perfectly fine way of thinking for the other 5 C's. But if you really want collaboration, you want genuine collaboration, blue box thinking is not the way to go.